All right. Yes. Spartan D here, guys. What is up? What's going on? Hello. So, we got these two units, and I gotta say, Nova is definitely, yeah. Yep, Nova. This is really cool too, by the way. I like this one. But this one, yeah. The double M's. The double M's, I'm not gonna say it. But if you know, you know. But let me see here. This is pretty much like the standard. It's not like we've been through here before. I'm pretty sure quite a few of you have Nova, but if you don't, then this is the time. This is definitely the time to grab her. Her skills are pretty good. Most of you, if you're not a whale, by the way, just keep her at 5 stars. That's all you need. You don't need the 6 stars. You're gonna need that to unlock her talents and everything like that. The talent tree. So I'd stay away from that. And her talent is actually really good. She has a unique one. Where is it at? Here it is. So when I think it's her little minions. Whenever they hit an enemy target, it gives the target a beacon status, because it says beacon guardian, so it's the minions, the familiars, the summons, whatever you want to call it. But it sits there for 15 seconds and it's just there. It cannot be removed. Basically, it can be refreshed though. But when Nova hits them, she can pretty much, when you level this up fully, do twice the damage. It's basically an additional strike, which is nice for a shooting unit, you know. She does a crap ton. She's really good, bro. It's not really too much to say past that. She's just really good. But let's get into the skills. So she summons, the Beacon Guardians for 15 seconds. She performs a quick attack. The clones do damage, 174% damage, increases attack speed by 10 in the next 10 seconds. After activating once you activate the machine, you get 3, and they say it right here, Beacon Guards, but it's the Guardians, your summons. 15 seconds, and they'll basically home in on whatever enemy is closest, and they take on your stats. So it's 174% of her attack, and they get 100% of whatever your crit damage, your accuracy, all that. Whatever that is, that's what they get for 15 seconds. They stay for 15 seconds. And Nova's attack speed gets increased. And her damage also gets increased. So I would say just from this alone, you want to set her up with somebody that can increase attack speed further, because it's going to help her out, and it's going to help out the Guardians as well. So there's no reason not to pair her up with somebody like Elizabeth, who should at some point be getting her ultra rare evolution, because they already did it for, I'm pretty sure it's PN26. Yeah, PN26, the Evelyn SSR, and Natasha. Natasha's massive, bro. Man, that's a really good one. They had one that's like really good that everybody should have. They got another one that people also will have once they've played enough, in the Evelyn one, and the one that you should already have set up in PN26, which you can pretty much activate the soonest out of the 3, Because Natasha depends, like if you spent money, then you got it, but outside of that, you would have to basically grind or get lucky in the development parts thing to get some of her pieces, which I have only gotten one from there. I've only gotten one from there, so it's yeah. You gotta do a whole lot of grinding, man. But you'll eventually get it, and when you do, if you've been playing as well, you need the evolutionary things to set them up, and then once you do, Natasha's pretty much going to be like one of the best units that you'll have right now, one of the best units in the game, and just overall one of the best units in general. She's really, she gives so many buffs, bro. I know this is a video about Nova, but I gotta talk about Natasha, man. I should probably have it in a different video, but I just have to get that out there. Because it's on a similar, the reason I said this, because it's on a similar level to Nova, and she also helps out Nova, is basically where I was going with that. You can pair her up with Elizabeth, you can pair her up with Nova. I honestly, if I'm choosing, I would say Natasha, just because she has her ultra rare evolution right now, and it is freaking insane. It's actually nuts. And I think I'll pull that up after I get done explaining her skills. So her attack gets increased by 25 when you have the mech. Her attack and her damage increases. This is really good. This is a phenomenal pairing. This is one of the reasons why she's so good, is because attack by itself is whatever. Damage by itself is whatever. They synergize really well because they scale with each other. In order for your damage to scale, if you have damage percentage, you need some attack to scale it up. And in order for your attack to scale further, you need some sort of damage percentage. Bless me. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. So this is, I really like this pairing, but you only get it when you get her mech. So make sure you get her mech. Excuse me. And for every 1% of HP she loses, she gains 1% damage. We all know this is really nuts, but it gets even better when she gets her mech. So when she loses 1% HP, she gets 2% damage, which is gonna like increase. It just, all of this just, her kit is just really good, bro. It melds together so well. It just meshes into this big smelting pot of piloty goodness, man. Really good. So again, she gets another damage increase by 20%. When you activate her mech, she not only does she get damage, but she gets crit percentage, crit rate, excuse me. And she'll lose 2% of her own HP for every 1 second of continuous attacks. But when her HP is lower than 50%, there won't be any more loss. And then when her HP, changes, she gains a layer of watch effect. You get 10 stacks of this. And she'll enter Ultimate Watcher when she gets 10 stacks. And what ends up happening is she gets the additional attack, which is what Tasia has. There's a few units that have like this additional attack, especially now since the Evangelion crossover event has happened. We got a lot of those, but this is basically what makes her insane. And then when you activate her talents, it gets even crazier. So all in all, she's absolutely nuts. She is absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure she's a bomber. Shit, blasting. Where's she at? Because I want to pull this up before I go over to the other one. Did I miss her? Oh, no. I forgot she's a freaking. She starts out as a. There she is. I forgot she starts out as an SR. I'm like, I'm looking at the SSR tab and a ultra rare tab. Like, where is she at? So, like the reason I brought up Natasha, which she's looking forward to this one. I'm gonna get that skin. And then this is her ultra rare, by the way, which looks phenomenal. This the chibi one. The kid one. I don't say chibi, it's the kid one. But she, man. Yeah. So I've just glossed through this real quick. She increases damage done, which coincides. It synergizes really well with Nova's entire kit. So it's really good. She also has a chance to trigger the skill and increases it by like an additional 20%, which is huge. She gives herself damage. Here it is, the attack speed thing. So you can use Elizabeth or you can use Natasha. Like I said, if you have Natasha and you have her mech, it's basically which one you have built up more. If you have both, I would say use Natasha because she has her ultra rare right now to help out Nova. I think she's a really good pairing because of the attack speed, and she gives her. She's just she'll carry you, bro. She's really good. She will carry you. She does insanely good damage. She's really freaking good. And then when she attacks, she gives her a teammate. There's a chance that a teammate will randomly get their damage increased. And then she increases, yeah, for like 12 seconds. And then here's her ultra rare thing. So crit rate for all allies is increased to 100% for 10 seconds. When when she does her ultimate. It's insane, bro. And then this is her talent. When her mech is activated, when she hits somebody, she has it goes from 50 to 100% to get 300 energy points, and it gets triggered every 3 seconds, and it can go down to 1 second, which is pretty huge because her freaking energy is it massive. I honestly would recommend that you build some type of energy recharge on her and some attack speed as well, just to go with what she already has. The crit rate thing, you don't really have to worry about that. I'd say focus on crit damage. Since she has her ultra rare now, I'd say just focus on like get some attack in there, get some damage, get some attack speed, and some energy recharge, and some accuracy. Of course, you gotta have some accuracy so she can actually hit stuff. Accuracy is really important. So yeah, you just pair these two together and yeah, absolutely nuts. And then here we have Serenity, which is, she's an interesting one. Again, you want to make sure you have them 5 stars. So Serenity, actually I don't know anything about, so this would be new for me. I already knew about them, but let's go ahead and go into this. So she's doing 484% to all enemies within a certain range. I'm wondering what that range ended up being. And they receive electric shocks in the next 10 seconds. And the loss per second is equivalent to their total attack. So her attack, 1% of her attack. When you when you have her mech, which you should, it does the same thing. And now it's increased to 15 seconds, so an additional 5. And when she attacks a target in the shock states, a 30% chance that she causes 1.5 times damage. Okay, so she has a damage increase, which is nice. And then when you have the mech, It increases her damage and her crit damage by 20%. That's nice. Her normal attack hits the target. There's a 30% chance that in the next 10 seconds, the probability of a crit strike will increase by 50%. Okay, this can be refreshed, but it doesn't say, okay, next 10 seconds. So when you hit somebody, there's a 30% chance for 10 seconds that you'll have your crit increase by 50%. Okay. So every 15 seconds, in the next 10 seconds, you increase the probability that your crit is increased by 50% and your crit damage is increased by 100%. Okay. Okay. Jesus. Yeah, she's not good at all. This isn't good. None of this stuff is... This is fine if you're attacking like incredibly fast. Like, it's way different for Nova. Look at Nova's attack speed. Look at Natasha's attack speed. But like, the difference being, right? The difference being is her stuff is just there. She just has the stuff. And yeah, there's a probability here, but it's like, it's not even that big a deal because it's not like the main draw. It's great, but it's not it's a plus, it's an add-on. Her whole kit is built around probability with such a low attack speed. It's not really good. But I already knew Serenity wasn't very good. I just didn't know like why she wasn't very good. Just based off of, you know, the other servers. She's no play. I would say hard skip Serenity. Unless you like Serenity and her, she does have a really cool looking mech. I give you that. It's like Priestess. She gives off Goblin Slayer. Like with this, except this, you know, black instead of white. Like if this was a mechanized version of the Goblin Slayer Priest, that would be her. If you guys know what Goblin Slayer is, and if not, I would say look it up, but yeah, do it at your own peril. The first couple episodes are pretty, woo, fuck. The anime overall is really good. You just, if you don't like the R word, which I promise you, it took a lot for me not to turn it off. The only reason I didn't turn it off because I was watching with somebody else. And even then, it's just like, bro, honestly, you could just fucking turn this shit off right now. But we end up sticking through it, and it's actually really good. It's a really good show. Excuse me. I had to drink some water. Okay, when her HP is higher than 50%, she has a crit. Her crit is increased by 10. When it's lower, her crit chance, lower than 50 by the way, her crit chance is increased by 20 and her damage is increased by 20. When she has her mech though, when her HP is higher than 50, her crit chance is increased by 10. And when it's lower, when it's lower than 50, her crit chance is increased by 20%, and normal attacks do twice the damage. But again, she's attacking pretty darn slow. Let's check her talent though. Maybe this is some redemption in her talent. When her mech is activated, when attacking an enemy and the electric shock saves, oh god, 10% chance to increase crit damage of self by only 10 to 50 for 10 seconds? That's horrible. Again, you got to keep in mind, look at this attack speed, bro. That's a 10% chance. Really? That's all they gave her. This unit is bad. This unit is really terrible. And it's because of the fact that they gave the probability. If there was no probability and you just got all of this, I would say, you know, she's pretty darn good. But the fact that, like, if all the stars align and you have everything activated at once, yeah, she'll do some pretty decent damage. But you just have so many other units that do this already, like Lois. You you just use her to freaking fight her, she's better. Her overall kit's just better. Like, okay, let's look at the fighting tab, right? Let's just go ahead and take a look at the fighting tab. Better than her. Better than her. Way better than her. Absolutely better than her. Absolutely better than her. 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 Question mark. Better. 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 One of the best units in the freaking game. Just, she's also freaking insane, I'm pretty sure, and better than her. And then I'm just not gonna. I mean, if you want to count Blade, bro, Bob just better, because Blade definitely deserves it. Blade's, bro, Blade's better than like. Man, listen, if you got Blade, bro, and you got her mech, just build into her. Good lord, is she fucking amazing. I gotta build my Blade up. I gotta build my Blade up. But that's it. That's all. As far as like who you should summon for, Nova, hard skip Serenity. If you're gonna summon for Nova, if you really want Nova. Otherwise, I would just say skip the both of them. But Nova's really good, like really good. If you already summoned on the Evangelion event, though, I would say skip both of them. If you're not a whale or like a dolphin or some type of crawfish, where you can, you know, actually go ahead and summon for her and it not hurt you in your account. I mean, look at that, bro. Then go ahead and do so. Otherwise, I would just say skip, bro. Just like hard skip, especially Serenity. Good lord, is she terrible. And it's not even like her kit is fine if you take away the probability in all of it and increase this to, I would have said, like, take this, add another 0 to this, and then okay, like add another 0 to this and then change this from 10 to like 25. Then I would say she's freaking insane. Even then, I wouldn't like the probability. And in that case, I would say like 50, 150, and then 250. And that, even that would still be like, eh. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.